Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to Tiffany with Purpose, where I provide faith-based content with purpose and inspire you to do the same. I always share according to what the Lord places on my heart, and today this is a prophetic word based off of a vision that I had when I was waking up this morning. Now, this did pertain to a specific person that I know, and I shared this with them. However, as I sat with the Lord with it, He placed it on my spirit to go ahead and release this same thing to you all. And y'all, this particular person went to open a door. She went to open this door, and as soon as she opened it, I heard the Holy Spirit say, "Your world will never be the same." Then she just has this look of shock on her face, and it's not even like a shock of like scared or a shock of disappointment, a shock of grief. It's just like a shock of like whatever was about to change. This is something completely new. That's something that she could not have seen coming in a sense. And I look on YouTube, and there's a comment on one of my videos, and it's the video about the number 227. Someone comments on that video, and they're just simply saying their birthday is 227. This is also when you know, like, the Lord is like, oh, this is like a right now thing. He's given the pieces and the picture. He's like, all right, here, put them together. These events occurred within 10 minutes of one another. Here, put them together. Well, what's the put them together about this? That number 227 is about Noah, which I didn't even pick up on at first, but when I meditated on what I saw, who opened a door and their world completely changed? Noah. And then when I realized that, I was like, oh, 227, you was trying to tell me the whole time. That's crazy. Okay. I'm not gonna belabor this. We're gonna get into the word and allow it to speak for itself. I'm reading Genesis chapter 8. We are going to start at verse 14 and then go on through to chapter 9. It says, in the second month, on the 27th day of the month, the earth had dried out. Then God said to Noah, go out from the ark, you and your wife and your sons' wives with you. Bring out with you every living thing that is with you of all flesh, birds and animals, and every creeping thing that creeps on the earth, that they may swarm on the earth and be fruitful and multiply on the earth. So Noah went out, and his sons and his wife's sons with him. Every beast, every creeping thing, and every bird, everything that moves on the earth went out by families from the ark. Then Noah built an altar to the Lord, and took some of every clean animal and some of every clean bird, and offered burnt offerings on the altar. And when the Lord smelled the pleasing aroma, the Lord said in his heart, I will never again curse the ground because of man, for the intention of man's heart is evil from his youth. Neither will I ever again strike down every living creature as I have done. While the earth remains, seed time and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, day and night shall not cease. So can we see that clearly? Noah was allowed to open the door of the ark, like he's allowed to leave the ark. And now the world is completely different. Everything about the world is different now. All right, on to chapter 9. And God blessed Noah and his sons and said to them, be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth. The fear of you and the dread of you shall be upon every beast of the earth and upon every bird of the heavens, upon everything that creeps on the ground and all the flesh of the sea. Into your hand they are delivered. Every moving thing that lives shall be for food to you. And as I gave you the green plants, I give you everything. But you shall not eat flesh with its life, that is its blood. And for your lifeblood I will require a reckoning. From every beast I will require it, and from man. From this fellow man I will require reckoning for the life of man. Whoever sheds the blood of a man, by man shall his blood be shed. For God made man in his own image. And you, be fruitful and multiply, increase greatly on the earth and multiply in it. Then God said to Noah and his sons with him, behold, I establish my covenant with you and your offspring after you, and with every living creature that is with you, the birds, the livestock, and every beast of the earth with you, as many as come out of the ark, for it is for every beast of the earth. I establish my covenant with you, that never again shall all flesh be cut off by the waters of the flood, and never again shall there be a flood to destroy the earth. And God said, this is the sign of the covenant that I make between me and you, and every living creature that is with you, for all future generations. I have set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be a sign of the covenant between me and the earth. When I bring clouds over the earth, and the bow is seen in the clouds, I will remember my covenant that is between me and you, and every living creature of all flesh. And the water shall never again become a flood to destroy all flesh. When the bow is in the clouds, I will see it and remember the everlasting covenant between God and every living creature of all flesh that is on earth. God said to Noah, "This is the sign of the covenant that I have established between me and all flesh that is on the earth." So some things we want to extract from that. Just as the Lord showed in the vision, the opening of the door, your world will never be the same. I don't know what this is about August, y'all. It is August 1st. I'm not going to act like we are we very blatantly just didn't end and begin a new month, and the Lord is already talking about opening doors. He is granting this access to this door. He's letting you know everything's about to be different. He's letting you know that what he's done before, what the Lord did before, he's not going to do that again. So even the nature of your relationship with the Lord may take a shift. The nature of your relationship with the Lord may take a shift. We want to take a note from Noah. As soon as he heeds that word of coming out of the ark, Noah built an altar to the Lord. This is a time, upon hearing this is a time where you want to get in the presence of the Lord. Sit with the Lord. Lift up a pleasing aroma of worship to him. Lift up a pleasing aroma of praise to him, and wait and listen for him to respond with new instructions. He made with Noah a new promise, new instructions. He told him about what they eat. Things have changed now. So before the flood, they were permitted to eat basically fruits and vegetables, right? But now, since the flood, animals are also available to eat. But the Lord also has firmly established this rule also about murder. And so what we're grasping from that, as you're sitting in this quiet time with the Lord, listen for him and expect him to give you, one, new resources, and two, just new instructions for whatever he is about to send you into. And know also, because some of you may know the thing that the Lord is walking you into. His instruction is to be fruitful and multiply, increase greatly on the earth and multiply it. I know that he is meaning this to talk about ministry, however the Lord is planting you, and know that that can be anything that the Lord has called you to do that can effectively help deliver others from situations that are not with God, to help change people's lives, to help heal them in a way, mentally, physically, emotionally, whatever, financially, if that's what he's called you to as well. Like, just know, any way that the Lord has pressed upon your heart to affect others in a positive way, that is considered ministry. Also, building your family is considered ministry. All of these things, anything that we do to build the kingdom of the Lord, he's saying be fruitful in those things and multiply, increase greatly on the earth and multiply in it. Let the works that he's placed in your hands multiply greatly on the earth. For the last 3 days, and I've described it to a couple of people in conversation over the past couple of days, I've been feeling in my spirit this excited nervousness where it literally feels like I've been inching up to the top of like the high point on a roller coaster right before it drops, right before everything just happens suddenly all at once. But like, that's the fun part. That's exciting, where it happens fast, where it happens quickly. And I've been saying, I don't know what this is, because I've never felt like this about my life before. Usually I'm pretty like, if I know that the Lord's about to shift some things, I can sense that in the spirit, but there's like usually kind of this openness where I know that I'm about to have to flow into something a little bit different. But this has been coming like, like I'm bracing myself. Like, I feel this, and I'm getting closer and closer and closer, and then something crazy is about to happen. And I don't, I'm saying this, I don't know what that might be. I'm not even seeking to know exactly what that might be. I just want to make sure that whatever I'm doing right now is what I need to be doing right now. And if I can stay there, then I'm all good. But you guys, take this, sit with the Lord on it. It's August. We are in this new thing. The Lord is giving access, right? He's giving permission to open the door, which was a big part of what was going on with Noah. Why it happened specifically on the second month, on the 27th day of the month, was because at that appointed particular time, the land was completely dry. But before that part, Noah had peeked out the window to see what was going on. He sent birds to try to kind of get a gauge of what's the water level and how close are we to this thing. And it's a process, but it's finally at the time where the Lord is giving the command, the okay, it's time to come out. It's time to open up the door. Everything is as it is supposed to be. This is the appointed time. Yeah, everybody, and I'm talking to me too on this, take this, sit with the Lord. Take some time to do that anyway. This is how I spend the first few days of the month, just making sure that I am getting in the presence of the Lord, seeking his voice, studying his word, worshiping him, and making sure that I am just in tune with whatever he may be speaking for the month, for the season, for whatever it might be. Make that effort, make the time and the space for him to minister to you concerning these things. Okay, real quick before I go for real, just a reminder, the Bible giveaway is still going on. If you are interested in winning, I'm sorry because I don't have them in front of me to be proper and do displays, but there's a women's study Bible that is available, three different kinds of journaling Bibles, like the one that I use here, where there is space in the columns for you to take notes or doodle or whatever you like to do. Saturday is the last day to enter into that. So if you're interested in winning, please go and enter. The link is in the description box. Also, Bible study is starting so soon. We are just shy of a week away. Yeah, if you're interested in joining that, there is still room. Go ahead and check that out as well. If you were looking at that curriculum as interest to start your own group, I am still changing questions, so also take another look at it for that. And that, y'all, is all that I have on this. You guys be great in the strength of the Lord. Until next time.